What's up, everybody? Guy here with Total Geek Live, and with me is the TGL crew, Baltimore, Danny, and Kaiser. And today we're going to get a little bit weird. We're going to be talking about weird science.
Ooh!
Ooh!
Weird!
Science.
But yes, we are indeed talking about Weird Science, the 1985 sci-fi comedy about where two geeks get a computer, make a beautiful girl, and the whole world goes haywire. So
it's like real life, right?
It is like real life. It is all about the love that comes with virtual girlfriends.
From Canada.
From Canada. Or from Canada. Virtual girlfriend in Canada. I guess that was the original virtual girlfriend. The one in Canada.
Right.
Right, so we do have a trailer on hand, so let's get into Trailer-geddon.
All right, I am queuing it up, and we will be brocking out to the trailer.
Kill it, bra.
Call it La Bra.
PG-13, huh?
In a word.
It's very weird start.
What's with the jaws?
This is Wyatt and Gary.
I give her warm digits memory glands.
My kind of movie. Wait, did I say that out loud?
Wow, that was a really cool door effect.
It really was.
What would you little
Alive!
to do first?
It's all in the name of
She's
science.
gorgeous.
Weird science.
Yeah.
Weird
She really was the face of the 80s.
Not crazy about
The hair and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. This is such an 80s movie.
And
It's the break-into room.
Their minds. Upside down.
I bet that's a euphemism.
Shit!
It's shit! Oh, shit!
oh man, yeah.
Yep, the great Bill Paxton.
And definitely weird. To heroes in one
RDJ.
weekend.
Yep.
Universal Pictures presents a John Hughes film, Weird Science.
Sexual.
The looks on their faces.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah.
I think you just put a
Greatness.
whole bunch of clips of those together, and I think you'd have enough of the movie.
yeah.
Right?
They gave away the whole Chet surprise.
That's true.
Yeah. Should have saved that for the movie, yo.
Bill
It's
Paxton.
Chet.
God, he made that movie for those scenes that he was in there.
Oh, yes.
Especially this line. How about a nice, greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Yeah.
God, he was such an ass in that movie.
He was a awful big brother, for this
Oh.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
But it was
Classic
born out of love.
awful big brother. Right.
Yeah. So this weirdly brings back a lot of memories because I was not allowed to watch this when it actually aired. Surprise, surprise. So I think I may have found this probably closer to the mid to late 80s.
Okay.
And probably at the Lockwood's house.
Mm-hmm.
Lockwood. Didn't mean to rat you out, but
No more late night movies for you after the parents go to sleep.
I know. We're gonna...
do you want me to beep over that?
yeah. So that was my first kind of interaction or introduction to Weird Science, and it was crazy weird fun. I've seen it a few times after that, and I still kind of just get those chuckles. I'm like, I can't believe all these weird things are happening at the same time, and like, it's all kind of like, okay, yeah, they just kind of roll with it, and they're like, okay, all right, and
Yeah, they're pretty cool with just rolling with it.
yeah,
know?
like all these things happen, like a nuclear, the missile comes up, like, oh,
Oops.
Right, yeah, because she had sort of an magical element to her. She had special abilities. It wasn't just something they created that was just a hot girl. No, she had magic powers and was able to do things and manipulate
like
reality.
reality. Yeah.
Anything that she said, you'd be like, okay, yeah, sure. And it's not just the hot girl saying it. It was like,
You could do it. Because there was that whole like setup they did to create her. I mean, it was like they modeled her with the brain of Einstein, the body of a swimsuit model, like the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and so they hook all they somehow hack into the government system, which
Right.
like every '80s movie could just hack into the government just like that. That's the problem.
that was a thing, right?
Yeah, because if you had a computer in the 80s, that meant you were uber smart and you could do this.
Right. You could just automatically hack.
Wasn't that like War Games, Electric Dreams? I mean, it was basically anyone. I got it. I could hack into the government, and it was like everyone could hack into the government back in the '80s. That's one thing I learned.
Yes.
But yeah, they made this girl, and she was beautiful and smart, and like, I mean, she could freeze time. She turned Chet into a giant turd.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. But God, I love. Hi, dudes. He's totally cool with that. I mean, he's such an ass, and he's just like, "Hi, dudes." He's like, fine with it. So, but
his
yeah,
inside finally matched his outsides.
Yeah. It was his true form.
Yeah.
But it was such an interesting movie because I mean, it's like she was like, yeah, they're here to have sex with me. Our relationship is sexual, and she just kind of like stroll around, and everyone was like stunned why this gorgeous woman would be with these two socially inept losers. And, it was just really, really funny that way.
And it is a kind of quintessential '80s movie. It had all those '80s tropes, the rich, weird, mean guys, RDJ and his posse, and then you had like the random like party people that came in, the motorcycles and all that scene. You're like, it's kind of like a '80s trope that you kind of see from from film to film to film.
It had Anthony Michael Hall in it, which is an '80s trope.
Yeah,
right. Well, it was John Hughes, so John Hughes is going to use him as much as possible. Yeah, and cool little fact with the motorcycle guys that came in during that crash at party, the one with the mohawk and all that, he's basically the same. It's the same actor and same character from the Mad Max, the second movie,
Road Warrior.
The Road Warrior. Yeah, same character and everything.
Did he just roll in offset from that?
Right, it's like boom. We'll just come over here.
See if anybody notices.
Yeah. It's wild, and you've got the great, the '80s clothes, the cars.
Yeah.
She gets them, I think, a Ferrari and a Porsche. At one point, she just makes them magically appear. The classic mall scene.
Oh yes, where they dump the slushy,
pour the slushy, on them and stuff. I mean, there's just so many great moments in this movie that just makes it a true '80s film.
And its titular song, "Win."
Yes.
From Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo, the great Danny Elfman and his brother.
Yep.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Before Danny Elfman did movie scores, I guess is that what you would call it, Guy?
Yeah.
Yes, he was in a band with his brother called Oingo Boingo.
Ha!
Yep.
Ow. Okay.
Absolutely greatness.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've always had a soft spot for Weird Science over the years. There's 3 '80s comedies which I still think hold up today, just because of like the witty writing and the likable characters. Weird Science obviously is the first one. My other 2 have always been Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Breakfast Club. And those I think are my 3 quintessential '80s teen films that I can still definitely get into.
And who directed all 3 of them?
John Hughes.
That's right.
Oh.
The man was a legend, absolute legend, and he had such a knack for finding good young talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I don't know how much of it was direction, how much of it was their acting, or how much of it was the writing, but that just synergy of all that just really worked and really kind of elevated each element of it. That it was just really classic, you know.
Oh yeah, and there were some other interesting things. I mean, the character of Lisa. I mean, obviously she was there for sexual appeal, but they also made her a very interesting guide throughout the film because when you meet Gary and Wyatt, they're not. I mean, you feel sorry for them, but it's not like in the. They're just they just have bad luck with like everything.
Right.
Class, girls, everything, and then they get this extremely in a world out of their league girl, and as they go along the film, I mean, she does some stuff that causes some major chaos in their life, but it also forces them to become assertive. It also forces them to stand up for themselves, stop being pushed around, stop. You know, at one point they get to the point where they're trying to like make good with Robert Downey Jr. and like the other bullies, and like make them a girl like Lisa. And it blows up in their face, and she's just basically, you know, you're trying so hard to impress people that don't even care about you. Right. Why are you doing this? And she guides them all the way up to the very end of the film until at the end they are stronger and they're more assertive, and ultimately they don't need her.
Right.
Like they did.
I never thought about it as like a morality tale, but you're right. Like, that whole, you know, element that she brings into it.
Yeah, I've always seen her as a sexy Mary Poppins.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a great analogy, because I mean, they stop sharing the fantasy girlfriend. They both end up with real girlfriends at the end. I mean, it just kind of they become self-realized by the end of this film, which I think is interesting.
Which works in, you know, this movie arc, because the characters are actually kind of annoying in the beginning, and you like them more as they grow because they actually grow as human beings, you know.
Right.
There's a TV series on this show that I didn't even know existed until I was prepping for this, and I wanted to watch Weird Science again, and all I found was the TV show, and I was like, oh, this must have been probably came out and was like Ferris Bueller, just kind of lasted an episode or two and was gone. No, this show lasted for 5 seasons.
Oh my gosh!
5 seasons.
Wow.
Was there nothing else to watch in the 90s? Come
I
on,
don't
people.
know. From 94 to 98 or 90.
What?
Yeah.
94 to 98. Yeah, that was good.
And they you know, the casting for Gary and Wyatt were pretty close to the Anthony Michael Hall and
Ian Mitchell-Smith.
Yeah, Ian Mitchell-Smith. But the girl they got for the Lisa character, while beautiful, was nowhere near like Kelly LeBrock's stature. But man, the first episode was horrendous. I'm like, this stuff would not fly today. The stuff they're saying and doing, and the Chet character was actually pretty well done in it. You know, he embraced his inner Paxton.
Nice.
And then I watched 2 episodes. And by the second episode was a little better. It kind of brought in more of the morality tale, you know, learning the lesson, you know. But I don't see that arc lasting for 5 seasons.
No.
I mean, because they're annoying as all get out. I mean, are they not going to be tolerable to season 5? Should I just skip to the last 3 episodes? Or are they just...
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me why they would have used the same characters for the TV show, because at the end of the movie, she moves on like Mary Poppins.
Right.
You know, she's done her job. She's given them all the social skills and everything, and emotional skills and everything that they need to move on in their lives without her. And so she goes on, and you know, you see her being the gym coach, and with all of that. It would have been a better idea to kind of carry that on,
right?
If they were going to, you know, they did the TV show, carry that forward, rather than just going back. And I mean, so they're back to their loser selves again.
Yeah, they're just retelling the story in TV form.
In TV form, yeah,
a
that's
little bit of a shame. Yeah,
ridiculous.
they missed opportunity there to kind of really grow it, and then they could have done something like each season she goes to another.
Exactly. Keep
Exactly.
it fresh and keep it. Yeah.
Make it more about her and her kind of,
So that's
around.
if they were to bring this back today.
Could it work? Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
explaining it like that, if they did a series.
I don't want them to. I just want to.
I mean, if they were going to make some sort of weird
leave it as is.
20 something, I think it would have to be, a movie, and I think it would have to really dealt with artificial intelligence, I guess now.
Right.
Some sort of AI thing, as opposed to, really creating a magic, whatever woman.
But the magic is all part of it. Like in the TV show, she's basically just a genie.
Mm.
They wish for something and they get it, and they call it wishes. And once it starts, can't stop the wish while it's in progress, and they just have to deal with it and figure out the solution. But so yeah, if they went the AI route, I'm with Danny here. That should stay weird, 80s weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I mean, right now, I mean, the whole concept of the virtual girlfriend, I don't know how well that really goes like today. I mean, AI certainly. I mean, there's some new concepts because obviously, you were running BASIC on those computers back then. That's not
right.
It's like go to line 20, repeat. But I mean, they are trying the idea of having like that kind of relationship with an artificial life form. I mean, obviously, the new Blade Runner touched on it, and even like in Japan, there's this thing called Gatebox, where you have like this little side thing, and it's like this little virtual reality, or I guess augmented reality, little anime girl that you can talk with, and I guess learns from you, and will text you and things like that. And it was interesting when I started. I went down that rabbit hole. I was like, all right, what's this all about? They were saying within 20 years, like a third of all Japanese men are expected to be single their entire lives. So I guess there's like an appeal to that, to kind of like make the girlfriend that I guess is best for you. And I don't know how well that idea works, today, but they're certainly trying it in different ways than this movie proposed.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, well, I'm good.
What Gatebox you say? Hold on, let me just.
Yeah, it's called Gatebox. Gatebox.
Okay. Ask you for a friend.
It's not like Xbox. Maybe it will have Connect, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch this in the near future. I mean, it's been a couple of years since I've seen it, so I definitely want to check back on it because it's a great movie.
Yeah, I was really wanting to watch it again. I did not want to watch the TV series, although I did anyway. Yeah. It is not a good substitute for the real thing.
No.
Right.
Well, it seems to be getting a big resurgence in, whatever syndication or cable, whatever, because I see it like every couple of weeks or so. I see some scenes from it, and I'll sit and watch, while I'm.
Sure. They even recently did a callback to it in an episode of The Goldbergs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So in this season, so it's kind of getting a refresher. And getting some more eyes on the concept and everything. So.
Yeah. So I think I even saw like I think I saw at some Comic-Con like 2 years ago. They had like the three leads, like they did a Comic-Con appearance together. It wasn't San Diego's, but it was one of the, I think it was like Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
They did like a little reunion appearance together.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of interesting that they're still kind of talking about it.
Was Robert Downey Jr. there?
No, I don't think he was. But yeah, it would make sense. It was the 30-year anniversary back in 2015. So. Maybe there will be another one down the line. I know they were talking about doing a reboot of this film, and I don't know. It's like it's always with me. I'm always like I don't really want to see a reboot. I don't think they could really
Unnecessary,
capture the magic of this one that made this one so unique. And I
Right.
don't even know if they'd actually get the point of where she was like a guide, or would they just do hijinks with the sexy girl and think that's enough for a movie? So
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if they get the people who did the Chips movie remake or the Baywatch movie remake, then that's all you would get.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's like kryptonite for me.
Pretty much.
yeah. Oh, geez. Well, I think that's it for Weird Science. If any of you at home haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It still holds up well. It's very funny. Kelly LeBrock is fantastic. The guys are great. Bill Paxton is just such a jerk in this film, but he's marvelous.
Memorizing.
Oh.
I mean,
It's greatness.
He is the worst, but he's the best kind of worst.
Yeah.
Yes. That
But-
smug smile of his.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that flat top.
Yes.
Yeah.
That flat
Always that
top.
cigar. That cigar he's chomping.
Yeah.
God, he's just obnoxious. But yeah, as I said, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. If you have any of your own favorite scenes that we haven't covered, definitely share them with us. We love opening up comments and discussion with us. But otherwise, this is another episode of Totally 19XX. We're always putting out new episodes of your favorite 80s, 90s, and even a little bit beforehand content. So definitely check us out. See what else we have to say. In the meantime, it's all geek to us. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Plastic stools and pots and pans, bits and pieces and bits and pieces and
My creation.
creation. Is it real? It's my creation.
Ooh, I do not know.
No.
I do not know.
When?
My hand, why don't people understand
My intentions. Oh.
weird science?
Ooh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta rock that guitar, which I don't have a guitar, but I've got me, so that's
Right.
what I gotta work with. God help us all.
Do what you can.
Do what I can.